I've just arrived home from a couple of weeks traveling around Mexico where I was able to take in some of the sights, eat some great food, and really enjoy the sunny weather. When I was there, one of my favorite things to do was to go out for runs to explore the areas that I was in. So for this week's video, I've put together some tips to keep in mind if you're going to be traveling down south during the winter to get the most out of your runs. First, respect the heat. Chances are your body's not going to be acclimatized to the much warmer temperatures, so you really have to make sure that you're respecting the heat to make sure you're safe when you're out there running. On my second day in Cozumel, I planned on doing a 15-kilometer run on the southern, more isolated part of the island. But when I got out there and got running, I found that I was just sweating profusely and I could have got really dehydrated, so I ended up having to cut that run short to just a 10K run. You want to make sure that you're respecting the heat and that you're staying safe. Find somewhere awesome to run to. So chances are if you're running early in the morning, a lot of the really popular viewpoints or destinations are going to be almost empty. So it's a really great chance to take in all those different locations without the crowds. Make sure you bring a little bit of cash and an ID. So a little bit of cash can go a long way if you need a taxi, water, Coke, anything. And making sure you have an ID so that worst case scenario, if you run into any sort of trouble, then you're easily identifiable. Make sure somebody knows where you're going. So if you're traveling with a group or a partner, then telling somebody where you're going and approximately what time you're going to return. Or if you're traveling solo, then it could be as simple as leaving a note behind, or it could be emailing someone back home. Educate yourself on the local dangers. So for example, when I was in Southeast Asia, one of the big problems was street dogs. So whenever there were street dogs, as long as you stood up to that dog, it would stop dead in its tracks. Or just this past weekend in El Toco, Mexico, when I met a man who had done some trail running and he'd rubbed up against some brush that had caused a rash on his legs. So just by doing a little bit of research, either online or finding some local running clubs or triathlon clubs, can go a long way to making sure that you have a safe time. Running's a really great, really easy to explore new places in your travels. So thanks a lot for checking out this week's video. If you like what you see, you can click the subscribe button down below. And until next time, happy training.
Oh, this you crazy mother.